Here we go. We got a big post here by Kenny Voker. All right, guys, it's story time. Kenny Voker says, we are barely 4 weeks through the season and are already experiencing the same issues and worse that were present in Season 2. I will do my best to be concise on the most pressing issues. Wild class imbalance. Despite there being tunings over the first few weeks, there are still major outliers that are yet to be addressed. At this stage, what spec you are playing matters more than the skill, which is more than your skill, which is extremely worrying. At a baseline, damage seems really high. People, myself included, are dying through cooldowns, and sometimes even while getting spam healed. There could be a benefit here of simply raising health pools again, because it seems like a tall order to find all of the specs and tier sets that are contributing to this. Following the CC change from last season, there are still too many micro CCs in the game that make playing Arena not a fun experience. Often healers are complaining that they can't play the game. Instead of undergoing another massive CC change, a potential fix could be to increase the cooldown of any CC abilities like roots, stun, kicks that have a 30-second cooldown. These things combined are actually just creating an uproar within the community, which deters players from queuing up, which brings me to my next point. Solo shuffle queue times. 40 minutes seems to be the average wait time no matter what rating you are, which for a game that offers PvP content seems outrageous. For the most popular game mode to be the least accessible is terrible. Feels terrible. I understand changes were made to prevent lower rated healers being put into lobbies with higher rated players, and I agree with that, but the issue is that healers are just not playing because of how much CC is still preventing them from being able to play the game and heal. Shuffle point system. MMR has too much weight on the change of personal rating. Oftentimes, you can go 4-2 and win 0 because of the MMR differential. Not every lobby will be favorable, and even if you play well, you won't get rewarded, which seems flawed. MMR cap and ceiling. With the current system, there seems to be no actual reason to play until later in the season. Being unable to push higher ratings and get rewards at the pace of our choosing feels bad. A solution could be to have the cap start way higher, let's say 2700-ish, with a gradual increase towards the later third of the season for gamers who want to secure their rank 1 titles. Side note, it may be an oversight, but you can't currently queue a skirmish with a cross-faction buddy. Seems strange to be able to do rated cross-faction, but not skirmishes. That's all for now. Appreciate your time. Looking forward to some more tuning. So I'm going to go through this really quick. There's a blue post under this, okay? So the blues have come. I haven't read it yet, but I'm just going to quickly address this because I've talked about a lot of this stuff. Class imbalance, that's always going to be there. Solo shuffle queue times, obviously a nightmare. Solo shuffle point system for healers. I don't know what they need to do with healers, but luckily it's not my job to figure it out. But what I will say is, when you get into a situation where you have one person who's much higher MMR and one person who's much lower MMR, and they play and they tie, and one person gets to win from that experience and one person gets to massively lose from that experience, or in some cases you even go 4-2, so you actually technically won, but you didn't win enough according to the game, so you lose MMR and sometimes lose rating, which is crazy, or certainly don't gain rating. I think that is an issue they need to figure out. I don't know how, but they got to do something. And then I literally think they need to just go back to how it was in Season 1 and just make ratings crazy again. Like, I think people should be able to get, like, there should already be gladiators. I'm literally okay with people having glad week 2. I swear. I think there needs to be more of like a gap. I think there needs to be more of a gap between, BlizzCon, Omega tryhards, and, your casual player and then your super casual player. And the only way to do that is to stick an MMR injection into the game. A big, fat, swift MMR injection. So that's what I think. Now, let's see what Blizzard said. Kyvax. Here we go. Kyvax says, at the beginning of Dragonflight Season 3, we reduced the maximum rating gap healers could have going into a solo shuffle match. across all ratings, based on feedback we'd received. We've seen that this has resulted in longer queue times at higher rating. To help address this, about a week ago, we increased the rating gap moderately, but only at higher ratings, to preserve matchmaking within the entirety of the ladder. We've been watching the results of changes like that, and will continuing to watch all of these issues very carefully so that we can make surgical changes whenever necessary. Okay. All right. What do you guys' thoughts on that? I actually laughed a little bit. Like, that's a kind of a funny response. He just said he said nothing. I mean, I don't know. They're keeping their cards close to their chest, I guess. But I haven't really noticed any of the surgical changes just yet, personally, but we'll have to wait and see. What I do know is that when I queued Arena today, there was a similar story where we're just fighting rank ones at 1800 and 1900, which, you know, I don't really mind, but I just think of other people who are just like, you know, just trying to play, and you're literally, can you guys be honest with me? I need some honesty in the chat right now. Like, what was your rating at the end of season 1 and 2, and what is your rating now? Be honest. Like, for me, what was I? Last season? Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably down like 700 rating or something. You were 1900, now you're 1500. You were 2100, now you're 1600. You were 3000, and now you're 1800. So this guy's down 300 rating. This guy's down 600 rating. This guy was 2700, then 2500, now 2150. 2150 is pretty freaking high. You're 1800, now you're 1400. Yeah, that's the worst one. To be honest, I feel like this person's experience is the worst, because you actually got to a point where you unlocked all the rewards, and now you're stuck at a point where you get no rewards. That's the worst. What annoys me the most about the surgical changes means they think it's literally fine, but only needs small changes here and there. A giant middle finger. Well, I maybe that's reading too much into it. I don't know. We'll see. At least they're aware of the issue, I guess. But I swear we need more than this. We definitely need more than this. It's definitely tough. I just like what I don't understand is I genuinely feel like with the way rating is right now, we're literally just gatekeeping the community from having fun. Does that make sense? Like, I literally think by keeping ratings so low, you're literally just making it so people have less fun for no reason. That's actually how I feel. I feel like you're literally just making the game less fun for every single person that plays. So, I don't know. Abster says, wow, that was a good post. I'm logging on SOD. Yeah, and while I don't necessarily think that all of the issues in the game get fixed. I 100% don't think all the issues in the game get fixed if you just inject MMR. I also feel like just leaving the ladder the way it is just brutal for the people who are playing the game. Just completely brutal. Check the Arena forum post about the issue. The guy basically mirrored your sentiments. Well, is it this one? You can link it to me if you want. We could check it out. Someone says, how can they balance SOD PvP class healing but do nothing on retail, their main product? So I want to say one thing. Number one, Season of Discovery is not balanced. So I would actually argue that retail is more balanced than Season of Discovery. That's number one. Number two, the people who are balancing Season of Discovery, I think have, like, their task is way easier. Than on retail, where you're having to balance. You're actually, like, with the way competitive WoW is, and with the way the community is, like, they have to figure out a way to balance all the classes, all the DPS classes, which there are way more of. There's way more healers and way more DPS, and they need to find a way to balance them all in Mythic Plus and in rating, which is different. Mythic Plus, which is different than rating, which is different than PvP, and they have to do that. I think It's more, yeah. All right, sir, we got an urgent call to action for World of Warcraft players addressing Dragonflight PvP challenges. All right, here we go. We'll keep reading. Hello, fellow Azerothians. I'm rallying all World of Warcraft players for a united stand against the growing issues in the Dragonflight expansion, specifically in the PvP aspect. Our collective effort is crucial to bring the changes we desperately need. So I need all of you to keeping this post at the top 10 on the forums. In-depth analysis of core issues. Exorbitant soul shuffle queue times. The distressing shortage of healers has led to DPS queue times exceeding an hour. This vicious cycle of long waits and diminishing players' participation only worsens the situation. A flawed healer MMR, limited agency. The ineffective MMR system for healers and soul shuffle combined with their limited game impact has significantly reduced the appealing of playing this vital role. MMR design catastrophe. The MMR system in Dragonflight is frankly a comedy of errors. We've seen seasons where MMR peaks at 3,800 and others were mere 2,500, making any reliable tracking of skill or gameplay laughably impossible. After Blizzard bungled the MMR, is that the word bungled? All right. Maybe I'm having a stroke. All right. After Blizzard bungled, I've never even heard of that word. The MMR in the first season, leading average players to hit between 1,800 and 2,400. It's nonsensical and frankly unentertaining. Remember your name, Blizzard Entertainment, to force players back to 1,400 and 1,600 in subsequent seasons. It's disheartening to play in the early season, battling a low MMR, only to find it more rewarding to play in the months. Yeah, come on, man. How do we not? It's just how? We need MMR has to start at a place where the rewards are achievable. Number one. Number two, if we have inflation, that's fine. It's fine to have inflation and let it get crazy. I don't even care if people get 4,000 rated. I literally don't. But I think at least at the beginning of the season, you have to make it so people want to play. But yeah, good post so far. Let's see. Proposed solution. Revise healer MMR and incentivize the role. Blizzard needs to completely revamp the MMR system for healers and solo shuffle. We propose, a flat plus 500 MMR for all healers. It needs to be easier to achieve targets as a healer. Okay. An inclusive recolored gladiator map for healers exceeding 1,000 rounds played above 2,400 MMR in solo shuffle. All right. A unique ambulance-inspired vendor-like ground mount for those completing 2,000 rounds at any rating within a season. Reward boxes with tendies for the trading post based on the number of rounds played weekly. Significantly reward the free game time for healers who play a certain number of rounds weekly or monthly. Rebalance MMR settings. We urge Blizzard to revert the Season 1 MMR system for more consistent, enjoyable progression. The introduction of percentage-based rewards on top of existing ratings will better cater to players' desires for recognition. A unified stand. This is our call to arms. I need your support to elevate this post and demand Blizzard's attention. Let's show them the power of our united front. Oh my god. This guy's really rising up. An ultimatum to Blizzard. Oh geez. Blizzard has 1 month to respond constructively to our concerns. Failure to engage means a blatant disregard of their player base. Let's make our voices heard for the love of World of Warcraft. Together, we can bring about the changes we so desperately need. Who is this? Do we stand with... oh man, I won't even say his name. I'm going to mess it up. Mavex? Do we stand with Mavex? I agree, nerf rogues. Perfect. I will gladly sign your petition. Sub-rogue is pretty disgusting at the moment. Give me gold, not ugly cosmetics. 1,000 rounds is a lot. Regardless, Blizzard seriously needs to facilitate more communications on these issues. This is a good post. I mean, yeah. I don't know if I completely agree with the rewards, but it's so obvious something needs to happen. We just want to play, man. How do you sign the petition? I guess you just go like the post. What do we do? How do I sign it? I need to log in. 1 sec. Let me log in real quick. I need to use my authenticator now. Give me 1 second. Momentarily, guys. I just need to open up my authenticator. Please bear with me. Keep in mind, I am in a 25-minute solo shuffle queue right now as this entire thing is going down, so. Where's my BattleNet? Battle. Yeah, here we go. Logging into BattleNet really quick. Perfect. I'm going to approve this authenticator. All right, we're good. All right. I'll give this guy a like. I have an idea. Remove rated solo shuffle. Problem solved. Deflation solved. Inflation solved. I agree. Nerf Demon Hunter. It's funny that people don't realize that people actually like rated solo shuffle. It's weird. Like I don't know. It's strange to me. But anyways. My favorite is this guy makes a 10-paragraph post listing a lot of the issues, and the first response is, "We messed up matchmaking, sorry." Very carefully so we can make surgical changes whenever necessary. All right, man. Yeah, I don't know. So it looks like we're not going to get much of an update on these issues we've been talking about. We'll see if they do anything. If you guys want to check out this post, it's called Urgent Call to Action for World of Warcraft Players Addressing Dragonflight PvP Challenges. So I'll link it to you. If you guys want to go check it out, you can go sign it if you agree with it, whatever. Maybe if we blow it up, we'll see some changes. Like I said, I don't necessarily agree with all the things he's saying, but I do think making more people heal will probably help a lot. Woohoo! There's a blue post 12 minutes ago. Is there another blue post? Dude, this is a post. What the frick? Look at this post I made. Dude, I've been making posts about PvP for such a long time. Is this from 2017? Damn, bro. I made this post in 2017 about PvP gearing. It has 75,000 views, 2.2K replies, 4,000 likes. Damn, bro, that's a long time ago. Sheesh. As a response? I don't even know. How do I see that? I'm famous on the WoW forums. So famous. Influencers be the side. Okay, let's go. This one, all the way down to the bottom. To your... All right. 2 days ago, so disappointed in the PvP devs. It's like they don't care about the game anymore. That's what this person said. All right. What can you do? Why'd your door just move? I don't know, probably a ghost or something like that.